Okay, in this video here, we're going to take a quick look at how this distiller actually distills water for us here. So water actually comes in through the main valve here. Okay. Water is going to follow this copper pipe here upwards into the solenoid controller here. It's actually going to fill up our condenser here. It's actually cold water coming through here. The cold water first enters this condenser part. It's sort of that middle section of that condenser here is super cold. The cold water continues along. I'm just going to bring it to the other side here. So it's going to continue along this sort of L tube down towards this bottom connection here. As the cold water here runs through, these two glass chambers here are actually connected, so it's actually cold water coming in here. It's being passed into this main valve here. We have an immersion heater here that's constantly boiling water. As that boiled water here is vaporizing some of the gas, that gas actually travels through the other leg here, up through this horizontal tube here, back towards our condenser area. So again, there's that horizontal valve here. The water vapor is going to come through here. Basically, the vapor here is going to steadily rise as it encounters the really cold water from the tap as it enters. It's condensing here, and you see that it actually condenses into this water carboy. Eventually, over time, this carboy here will fill it with distilled water here, and we can access the distilled water in the end. We're going to notice here as the water actually runs through, we don't want it overflowing. So here's just cold water from the main tap here. It's just going to flow through this tap here. There is an overflow over into the sink over here. Okay. So this is water that sort of hadn't been vaporized here. Obviously we want to minimize the amount of waste that we have, so we want to make sure we play around with some of these little tighteners here, make sure that enough water is actually boiling off without actually running into losing a lot of water going out the outside. So we also have an overflow on this side as well. So in this main carboy here, when the carboy itself gets overly full, it basically goes through this rubber hose here to this drain valve. Okay, so again, I'll give you one last look here at our distiller. Okay, you can see where the water comes in here. So again, it's cold water through the condenser. It's the hot gas here that's actually encountering the cold water that actually condenses and actually drips down into the bottle here. And basically we just follow it all the way through. Thanks guys.